basically, this is the cushion, and I keep it in the fridge. And I just take a 3cc syringe and pull out 3 cc's of it with a sterile syringe. It's kind of thick, so sometimes it takes a minute to fill your syringe full. Then I just take the needle off, set it down where I can get to it, and then I take the pipetter with the sterile or the clean pipette on it, and you can actually feed that down through the nose of the syringe, and then you pull that all up in there. If you can see real close, you can see how that's filling up the pipette. And I usually go to about, if you get air like that, you just give it a second, that air will all go to the top. Okay, so now that I've got about 2 or 3 cc's of cushion, I take my semen, and maybe you can get a close-up of this. So this is the extended semen, and you go down to the very bottom. Be gentle so you don't break it. You can feel it hit the bottom, and then you just slowly go the other way, and you can see, show them the very bottom of you can see how that puts a cushion right in the very bottom. And that's plenty. Some guys will do a little bit more, but then you just pull that out. And be real careful not to shake it now. And so you can see how the cushion is in the very bottom. And then you would just put the lid on it and come over to your, anyway, I don't have this plugged in, but come over to your centrifuge, put it in there, spin it. And the important thing is once you have spun it, when you pull it out of the centrifuge tube, you'll have your pellet will be down in the bottom, and all this supernate will be on top. So let me show you how we would do that. You can actually do it with the syringe. You can do it with the syringe, or with the pipette. You can pull that off. We actually have a little deal you can hook on your sink. I can get you one, or Exodus Breeder sells these. So you can just imagine that pellet is in the bottom. You have your cushion, then you have your pellet, and you have all this supernate that needs to be pulled off. You can use your same pipette, stick it in here, turn on the sink, and then you have to be very gentle that you don't disrupt that pellet. And you can just suck off the supernate. And what I usually do is get down here where I can be real solid and pull that off just above the pellet. You don't want to come close to the pellet. And you turn this off. And then you're going to want to put this back in here. Be real careful not to disrupt the pellet. Get your pipetter again. And then you're going to go down. Can you get real close and see the bottom here? Actually, here, let me pull it out of here. So then if you go down into the bottom again, now you can pull that cushion out to where there's just a little bit of cushion left in the bottom, so you don't get that pellet. About like that. A little bit of cushion left. Make sure you don't suck that pellet in there. And then I always kind of make sure I don't have any cells on the end of my pipette. And then you're done. So now you have your pellet with a little bit of extender. Then you just go ahead and add your extender back in. You know how many cells that you have in there. And then you just dissolve the pellet. That's all there is to it. That's good.